Welcome back. We're continuing our Student Spotlight series today with two people who are already making waves in the college sports, NIL, and marketing space. Jacob Tilem and Brandon Gilbert founded Slice Sports Management last year and are bringing their expertise from the Falk School and their industry experience to the sports marketing and NIL brand. Slice offers all kinds of comprehensive marketing services and guidance to athletes from all sports and backgrounds. And it's my pleasure to be joined by those two founders right now. Gentlemen, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Good to have you on. There's a lot of reasons and a lot of talk about the NIL and sports marketing space, especially since those court cases and states kind of changing their laws, NCAA changing their rules. What inspired you guys to start Slice Sports Management, especially as students in college?
Absolutely, yes. So my entire life, I've just been very motivated to succeed in the sports industry. I applied early decision to Syracuse. I really wanted to get into the sport management program here. Thought that a lot of internships would just fall into my lap, and that wasn't the case. I mean, I got rejected from a bunch of internships, whether it was the men's basketball team, the women's basketball team, the Syracuse Crunch, the Syracuse Mets. Started to get paranoid about my resume, and I saw this NIL as not only a great opportunity for athletes to finally monetize on their name, image, and likeness, but also motivated, hungry students like myself. So co-founded it with Jacob, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, it seems like in NIL, there's still a lot of things people are trying to figure out. You know, it's still a relatively new phenomenon in college sports. What do you guys market as your selling point?
Yeah, so I mean, in short, we want to give every athlete a slice of success. But no, it really starts, there's a sort of a trickle-down effect that we have. So there's Brandon and I, we're extremely motivated, hungry students just looking to gain experience, and we're demons with our outreach. We reach out to every brand possible, and then it trickles down to our roommates. They're also working with Slice, and they also send out emails, and then we have interns who also send out emails. So it's really just, the whole pitch is, you know, we like to believe that we could get any athlete in touch with any of their dream brands, and we're just an extra outlet to, you know, any athlete's NIL, and we just want to let them make the most of their opportunities and capitalize on that and try to make it as easy as possible.
So you two are the faces of the brand. You guys are running the show, but how many total members are on your team?
You got it.
Sure, we have, I'd say there's us two. We have about 5 other people that are kind of considered employees, I guess, and then another 5 outreach interns, so that's 10. We have someone running our social media, 11, and then we have some organizational people that help out there, so it would be around 13 or so, I think, is the number.
All right. You know, there's a lot of ways you could go about getting in touch with athletes, and you guys have a long list of athletes you've worked with. What's the way you guys like to go about that? How do you get in touch with athletes, or do they reach out to you? What's the experience been so far?
Absolutely. So yeah, in the beginning it was definitely, we were doing Instagram DM messages. I definitely believe in the power of Instagram DM. You could get in touch with celebrities, athletes, whoever, just by a simple message. So a lot of it was just cold outreach, just Instagram DMing athletes. But over time, athletes have been reaching out to, you know, the Slice Instagram account asking for management, and that's actually how we signed one of our best athletes, Deasia Fair. She just reached out to Slice and she said, I'd love some management, and we were more than happy to help her.
That was a big signing, so congratulations to you guys. You know, when I was just kind of running through your website trying to learn things about the company, I saw you have a quote on there: your team has a proven track record of securing lucrative deals for your clients, and you're always exploring new ways to help those athletes succeed in the ever-changing sports marketing landscape. Tell me about some of those lucrative deals, and what have been, besides Deasia, what have been some of your most successful stories so far?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it starts off probably with working with American Eagle. That was an opportunity that came to us pretty early on last semester. We had an athlete by the name of Jed Miller playing at Montana State. He's an athlete influencer. He posts content every day. We were reached out to by American Eagle. This kind of, in our mind, we rank brands by letter. This is like an S-tier brand. You know, the two of us have been wearing American Eagle since we were as old as we could remember, and it was just a super big blessing to be able to, you know, help one of our athletes create content for their brand. And then another kind of success story that I'd like to say is how we signed Otto Landrum, the High Mom guy. Pretty much, we were both on break. Brandon was away in Aruba, I believe, and I was just home, just chilling. I saw the High Mom video, immediately sent it in our Slice chats. I was like, everyone needs to DM this kid. We need him. Like, this is kind of just the missing piece to what we're trying to build. And Brandon was lucky enough to get him to respond kind of in the midst of him blowing up and gaining all these followers. Brandon was obviously away, so in the beginning we wanted to wait until he was back, but then we really just we talked a little bit. We saw an opportunity to just get in with him right that second and dropped everything. We scheduled a call with him the next day. We got him signed a few days after that, and we've been working with him since. It's resulted in a trip to Boston, which hopefully we'll do some more of those soon. And yeah, we got to meet Otto. He's a great kid, great person, and
funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy. Definitely one of our bigger success stories, and one of our more proud moments was signing him.
Yeah, I mean, that to me speaks volumes, just the power of social media in the NIL space, not just for contacting athletes and getting in touch with them, but there's a lot of deals you see that are strictly social media deals as well. And the American Eagle thing is fantastic. Good for you guys on that front.
Thank you.
Talking about NIL, you always hear about those deals worth millions of dollars, right? Like, I remember Bryce Young made, I think, $1 million before he even got to Alabama, before he even played a snap.
Oh, yeah.
Is the goal of you two to get to that level and have those $1 million deals, or do you prefer working with some smaller numbers, maybe lesser known athletes?
Yeah, so I mean, just starting with Slice, I mean, it all started with a passion project. It was a way to get our foot in the door. It was a way to put something on our resume. Of course, we would love to be doing the $1 million deals like that Bryce Young had, but we definitely live in the moment day by day and just seeing what happens. I definitely believe that we could get to that part at some point in time, but right now it's just working with what we have and seeing what we could do, so one day at a time.
Yeah. And I have to ask, obviously being a student, your life is busy enough as is, but I have to ask, as a fellow student who's involved in a lot of other things on campus, what do you find as some of the challenges of simultaneously being a student and running a company?
It's tough. I mean, I'm definitely blessed. I'm a morning person. I'm trying to convince him to become a morning person too.
Waking up at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
getting into it.
But yeah, it's a lot of it. I believe is just waking up early in the morning and just getting the day started. Whether that's going to the gym, sending out emails before you go to class. It definitely is tough with homework and studying for exams and everything like that. School does come first. And yeah, I mean, it's just staying on top of everything, and I definitely think the key is just waking up early in the morning.
Yeah, that's kind of the common answer is, it's all about time management. Jacob, I want to throw this one to you to finish us off here.
Sure.
A lot of people say that between NIL and the changes to the transfer portal, college sports, as we've traditionally known them, are kind of dying, or at least significantly changing. What is your guys' response to that as people just getting into the space?
Yeah, so I mean, that's all very new stuff within the industry, and something that I just like to say, to answer that is, there's a common misconception about NIL in that it's, these $1 million deals and this, that, and the other, pay to play, stuff like that. And what we do, we don't really operate within any of that. We don't really deal with the collectives, things like that. We're looking to market players and connect them with brands and help them build more of a digital presence and identity through their brand deals. So that's really what we're about. And college sports right now is an ever-changing landscape, and I'm more than confident that the NCAA and the government are gonna eventually work something out to make NIL work all across the board. It might be a little messy right now, but I definitely do see opportunity for resolution and the Wild West to become more normal.
Yeah, I mean, you hear about these massive deals, but at the end of the day, NIL is to give those college athletes the opportunities or the opportunity to make some money, because a lot of them don't go professional. The majority do not. Brandon Gilbert and Jacob Tilem, thank you both so much for coming on. I wish you both the best moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.